Hello friends, welcome to my channel Academic Made Easy PC. If you have not subscribed my channel, subscribe it and also click the bell icon. In this video, we will be learning exercise 3.1 from the chapter Pair of Linear Equations in Two Variables. So in this exercise, we will be learning how to represent the given word problems in pair of linear equations, and we will represent the given equation graphically. So graphically means it's nothing but every equation has a straight line in the graph, isn't it? So that is what we are going to do. So now let us see how to do. So in these types of question, there will be two parts. One is saying us to find the algebraic representation. That is, finding the equation from the given word problems is algebraically. Okay, now if it is graphically, first we will be finding it algebraically, isn't it? So we know that every line has a graph. So using that equation, we will be finding the graph. So question 1. Aftab tells his daughter, 7 years ago, I was 7 times as old as you were then. Also, 3 years from now, I shall be 3 times as old as you will be. Represent the situation algebraically and graphically. So you see, I said no, we will be having two parts. One is algebraically, the second is graphically. So now we have to form the equation, isn't it? So just read the question once. The next time you start to highlight the given important points. Okay, so now Aftab tells his daughter, 7 years ago. 7 years ago means before 7 years, I was 7 times as old as you. So to whom is Aftab saying? To his daughter, isn't it? So 7 times as old as you were then. Okay, so Aftab's age is 7 times his daughter's age. So this is the first statement. And here, the second statement says that 3 years from now, that is 3 years later, I shall be 3 times as old as you will be. That is, after 3 years, he will be thrice his daughter's age. Only this is given. So now let us start writing in the equation. Solution. I will be taking the first part of the question. Okay, so this is the first part, isn't it? So 7 years ago means, so I have to take before 7 years. So first let me take their age be x and y. So Aftab's age is x and Aftab's daughter's age is y. So now let's start writing the equation. So it is given that 7 years ago. So 7 years ago means what? The age, present age minus 7. So that will give me the age before 7 years. So here 7 years. No? So x is Aftab's present age, and before 7 years it will be minus 7 is equal to 7 times as old as you. It means before 7 years, what was Aftab's daughter's age? We don't know. So y minus 7 I will write. So 7 times is there, no? So that I will multiply with the entire thing. So you should not only multiply with y, you have to multiply with entire term. So now I will start simplifying this equation. So x minus 7 is equal to 7y minus 49. So I will have variables in one side. So x minus 7y is equal to minus 49 plus 7. So x minus 7y is equal to minus 42. So this is my equation 1. So now I will move on to equation 2, that is also 3 years from now. So the present age plus 3. So x plus 3 is equal to, I shall be 3 times as old as you will be. Will be is given here, no? So that percentage, thrice of that percentage of his daughter will be his age, he is saying. So y plus 3 into the entire term into 3. So I will start simplifying. So x plus 3 is equal to 3y plus 9. So x, I will have my variables in one side. So minus 3y is equal to 9 minus 3. So x minus 3y is equal to 6. So this is equation 2. So now let's start plotting. So these are the required equations that we got. With these equations we will be plotting. So here till here algebraic method is over. So now let us write for graphical representation. So graphical representation, what were the two equations? It was x minus 7y is equal to minus 42 and x minus 3y is equal to 6. These are the two equations. So we can't just directly plot graphs instead. So we have to find the points. So in order to find the points, we will be considering equations one by one. So consider equation 1 first. X minus 7y is equal to minus 42. So this implies, so I will take one variable in terms of other variables so that it will be easy for me. So if I have only x, it is easy, no? So x is equal to minus 42 plus 7y. I'm just taking it like this in order to find the solution. So we will be drawing the table now. You can have a table with 2 or 3 columns, that is enough. So no need too much of columns. So maximum of 2 is enough. So if possible, if it is complicated to draw the graph, no, you just have 3 columns. So when you have big numbers, you can have 3 columns. If it is small numbers, you can just have 2 columns. X, y. So now I will start taking the values for y first, because here no, it will be easy for me to get the value of x. So now I will start substituting over here. Let me start from 6. So here 7 6 are 42, no? So I will have 0 over here. So when my x is 0, if it is 0 is equal to minus 42 plus 7y. So 42 is equal to 7y. So y is equal to 42 by 7, it is 6. So y value will be 6 over here. So next I will move on to the value of 7 over here. So x is equal to minus 42 plus, if I have my y value as 7, 7 into 7 is 49. So x is equal to minus 42 plus 49 is 7. So I will have 7 over here. So if you want, you can stop till here and plot the graph. If not, you can go for the third value. However, it is going to be the straight line only. So x is equal to, I will take the next value of y as 8. So minus 42 plus 7 into 8 is 56. So x is equal to 14. So I will be writing it over here. So therefore, the required coordinates are 0, 6, 7, 7, 14, 8. So these are the required coordinates for this equation 1. So now let us consider the second equation. Consider x minus 3y is equal to 6. So now let us start drawing the table for this. So for this I have drawn only two columns. No, why? Because this is a small number, so I can just do something with 0 itself. So I will have x is equal to 6 plus 3y. If I have it like this, it will be easy for me. So if I take 0 for x, if my x is 0, then what will be my answer? So 0 is equal to 6 plus 3y. No, so here I will take it minus 6 is equal to 3y. So y is equal to minus 6 by 3, where y is equal to minus 2. So y is equal to minus 2. So if I have my y as 0, if my y is 0, what will I get? So x is equal to 6 plus 3 into 0 is 0. So x is equal to 6. So I can just stop with this. So 0 in x coordinate and 0 in y coordinate. So I can just stop with this, or else you can take any other points. So the required coordinates are 0, -2 and 6, 0. So now we have found the coordinate for first equation as well as second equation. Now let's start plotting the graph. So using this coordinates only we will be plotting the graph. So this is the coordinates and here this is the coordinates. Okay. Now I have drawn the graph for this equation, that is now we will be start plotting. So before start plotting this graph you have to know some notes. Okay, so writing of the scale, this is very important. So we may get half a mark for this scale, and we have to mark it very clearly. Okay, so I have taken my x-axis, 1 unit is equal to 1 centimeter, y-axis is 1 unit is equal to 1 centimeter. It is always good to use a pencil for a graph. Since it is not clear if I draw in pencil only, I have used this pen. So it is always best to use a pencil in a graph sheet. So now let's start plotting. So first equation let's consider first. So this first equation, first coordinate is 0, 6. So this represents x, y. This is in terms of x, y only. So first we have to check it in the x axis and then we have to find it in the y axis. So 0, x, 0, 6 means x takes the value 0 and y takes the value 6. So in x-axis 0 is over here and in y-axis 6 is over here. So I will be marking this point. So this will be 0, 6. Okay, so now we will be checking for the next. This is 7, 7. So x is also 7, y is also 7. So now we will plot. So if plotting is new or it is tough, means you just have a scale with you. So take a scale and take it from 7. So 7 is here, no? So 7 in x-axis over here and in y-axis it is over here, isn't it? So just have it like this and I will be plotting. So 7 is over here and here. So I will be marking this point. So 7, 7. You have to write this coordinates also then and there. So here next is 14, 8. X is 14 and 8, y is 8. Okay, so 14, 8. So 14 is over here and 8 is over here. So I will be plotting it over here. So this is my 14, 8. Okay, so now I will start drawing a line for this. So and also one more important note had to be made. If you draw any graph or if you draw any line on the graph, you have to mention the equation for that graph also. So what is the equation over here? This is the equation. No, so x minus 7y is equal to minus 42. So this equation you have to mention it in the graph. X minus 7y is equal to minus 42. This had to be mentioned in the line. So next, this is over. So now we'll move on to the next one. So here it is. We have only 2 points, so it will be easy for us to do. So here it is 0, minus 2. It means x is equal to 0 and y is equal to minus 2. So in x-axis, where is 0? Over here. And in y-axis, where is minus 2? Over here. So I will be marking this. So this will be 0, minus 2. So this is 1 point, and next here it is 6 comma 0. So x is 6 and y is 0. So where is my x? X is 0 over here. X is 6 over here and y is 0 over here only. So I will be marking this point. So 6 comma 0. Okay, so now I will be drawing the line for this equation, that is just joining these two points. So we have drawn these lines now. So on this line also we have to mention what equation it is. So it is x minus 3y is equal to 6. This is the equation that had to be written, and this is very important to write these equations on top of this line. It is must to mention the equation. So representation of these equations in graphical method is also over. First we did with algebraic method, that is finding out the equation from the given word problems, and next from this equations we found this graph. So algebraic method is over, as well as graphical method is also over. Question 2. The coach of a cricket team buys 3 bats and 6 balls for rupees 3,900. Later, she buys another bat and 3 more balls of the same kind for rupees 1,300. Represent the situation algebraically and graphically. So word problem is given. We have to represent using algebraically and graphically. So now second time when we read it, we have to mark the important points that is given. So a coach of cricket team buys 3 bats, 6 balls for rupees 3,900. So this is the first part of the question. So next part of the question, what they're saying is that later she buys another bat, only bat, and 3 more balls of the same kind for rupees 1,300. So what is given here is that 3 bats, 6 balls for rupees 3,900. Okay, so next she buys a bat. Another bat means what? Only one bat and 3 balls. 3 more balls is 3 balls of the same kind for rupees 1,300. Represent using algebraically and graphically. So now, first we will be doing algebraic method, and then only we will be doing graphical method. So in order to find the algebraic representation, we have to have some variables to represent it, isn't it? So let x be the cost of bat. Since cost is only spoken over here, no? So therefore, I will be taking this as cost of bat, and y be the cost of ball. Okay, let x be the cost of bat and y be the cost of ball. So now what I will do, I will be going for the first part of the question and start writing the equation. So 3 bats over here, it is x. So 3x plus 6y. 6y is equal to 3,900. So you can just have your equation like this itself, or else these are the multiples of 3, isn't it? So you can just take 3 out. So you need not to take, let this be equation 1 itself. So you need not to do any changes. If you do any changes also, that's not a mistake. So now I will move on to the second part of the question. Another bat. If it is bats only, it is more. No. So bat means only one. So I will take x plus 3 more balls. So 3y is equal to how much? It is 1,300. So this is my second equation. So the algebraic representation is this equation 1 and equation 2. So now let's move on to the second part of the question. What is the second part? Graphical representation. So now let's see. So now let us see for graphical representation. So now what is a given two equations? We have to write it over here. So for graphical representation, 3x plus 6y is equal to 3900. Second equation is x plus 3y is equal to 1300. Okay, these are the two equations. So now let us check for first equation. So now consider equation 1. 3x plus 6y is equal to 3900. So now we can take 3 out. So I will be dividing 3 throughout. So therefore I will have x plus 2y is equal to 1300. Okay, x plus 2y is equal to 1300, and I will be plotting the graph using coordinates. So let me draw the table now. So let this be x and y. So here I'm having 3 columns. Why? Because it is some big number, no? So I'm just taking 3 columns over here. Let this be x is equal to 1300 minus 2y. So this will be my equation in order to find the values. So let me start from some bigger number for y, okay, so that it will be easy for me in plotting, as well as I will not get the bigger value for x and the lower value for y. So if I take my y as 400, so that will be easy, no? So from 800 I can just start. So x is equal to 1300 minus 2 into 400. So x is equal to 1300 minus 800. So 1300 minus 800, it is 500. So next I will be taking my y as 500. So 1300 minus 2 into 500, it is 1000. So I will have 300 over here. 1300 minus 1000 is 300. So next I will be taking it as 600. So x is equal to 1300 minus 2 into 600 is 1600. So it is 100 over here. So therefore the required coordinates are 500, 400, 300, 500, 100, 600. Okay. So now let us consider the second equation. So consider x plus 3y is equal to 1300. So now I will be finding x value. So x is equal to 1300 minus 3y. So now I will start drawing the table to get my coordinates. So this will be my x, and why I have taken this 3 columns, because it is a bigger number. So now let me start for 3. No, so 3 into something which gives me closer to 1300. So now let me start from 300 itself. So x is equal to 1300. So here it will be 300. No, minus 3 into 300, it is 900. So x is equal to 1300 minus 900, it is 400. So I will have 400 over here. And next, if I have 400 over here, I will have x is equal to 1300 minus 3 into 400, it is 1200. So 1300 minus 1200, it is 100. And if I have 500 over here, I will have x is equal to 1300 minus 3 into 500, it is 1500. So I will have minus 200. Okay, so now therefore the required coordinates are 400, 300, 100, 400, minus 200, 500. So therefore, I got my coordinates for equation 1 as well as 2. So now let's start plotting. As I just said for the previous graph, it is very, very important to write the scale over here, and x-axis 1 unit is equal to 100 centimeter and y-axis 1 unit is equal to 100 centimeter I have taken. So I have mentioned it also. So now, and also one more important thing, you have to mention x dash and x over here, and here y dash and y. So y over there. So it is always very, very important to make a note while we draw any graph, whatever type of graph it is, you have to mention all these. So now let's get started to plot the graph. So I will be checking for the first coordinate first. So this is, let me highlight so that it will be easy for you to see here. So these are the two coordinate points. So here for the first equation, let us find. So that is 500, 400. This is x and this is y. So in x, where is 500? Let us check. So 500 is over here for x and 400 is y over here. For y, 400 is here. So let me plot over here, mark. So you have to mention it 500, 400. Okay, so next I will be going for 300, 500. So this is x and y. So 300, 500. So 300 is over here and 500 is over here. So 300, 500. Be very, very clear with the graph. So because the graph is the important part. Okay, so this is, next is 100, 600. So x and y. So x is 100 over here and y is 600 here. So I will be marking here. So 100, 600. So now I will start drawing the line for this equation. So now it is must to mention the equation of the graph. So now let us start mentioning it. 3x plus 6y is equal to 3900. So I have mentioned for this equation. So now let us start plotting the second graph or second equation. So it is 400, 300. So this is x and y. So for x, 400 is over here and 300. So 300 is over here. So 400, 300. So next I will be going for 100, 400. So 100, 400. So here I will, next it is minus 200, 500. No, so minus 200 is over here and 500 is here. Minus 200, 500. Okay, so now I will be drawing the line for it. This, the graphical representation is also over. Question 3. The cost of 2 kg of apples and 1 kg of grapes on a day was found to be rupees 160. After a month, the cost of 4 kg of apples and 2 kg of grapes is rupees 300. Represent the situation algebraically and geometrically. So here also two parts. This is first part and this is second part. So now we have to highlight the important points. So in this question, what about they are speaking about? So much of apples, that is so much of kg of apples is so much of rupees. That only we have to find. So now 2 kgs of apples, 1 kgs of grapes was rupees 160. Yes, so this is the first part of the question. So the next part is 4 kg of apples, 2 kg of grapes is rupees 300. So these are the two parts. So till here part 1, till here it is part 2. So for equations, so the pair of linear equations, so to find that, let us have some variables, that is x and y. So let the cost of the apples be x and let the cost of the grapes be y. So now let us start writing the equation. So if you just check this, 2 kg of apples, so 2 into x, so 2x plus 1 kg of grapes, it is y, is equal to, what is the cost here? 160. So this will be equation 1. So next part of the question says 4 kg of apples. So 4x plus 2 kg of grapes, 2y is equal to 300. So 300. So this will be equation 2. So these two equations represented in algebraic method. So now let us see for geometrical method. So now let us see for geometrical representation. So what is the equation 1 there? So it is 2x plus y is equal to 160 and the second was 4x plus 2y is equal to 300, isn't it? So now let us consider the first equation, that is 2x plus y is equal to 160. Consider 2x plus y is equal to 160. Okay, so now I will take y is equal to 160 minus 2y, 2x. So now we will draw the table. So this will be my x and y. So 160 and 2x I have. So if I substitute some value for x, I have to get some number which is close to y. Okay, so x and y will be close if I have to see such numbers. So what I will do is that I will start from 40. So I will get some 18 or 40, 80, just like that. So y is equal to 160 minus 2 into my x is 40. So 2 into 40, it is 80. So y is equal to 80. So 80 over here. And here, next I will take 50. So y is equal to 160 minus 2 into 50 times it is 100. So y is equal to 60. So 60 over here. And next I will take 60 over here. So y is equal to 160 minus 2 into 60. It is 120. So 60 minus 20, it is 40. So this is my answer. So now the required coordinates. So the required are 40, 80, 50, 60, 60, 40. These are the required coordinates for the first equation. So now let's check for the next equation. So now consider 4x plus 2y is equal to 300. So if you see this, it is multiple of 2, isn't it? So I will take 2x plus y is equal to 150. So my y is equal to 150 minus 2x. You know why I'm doing like this, no? So now let's draw the solution table. So now this is my x and y. So 150 and 2x I have. So now let me start from 40. So if I have my x as 40, so then I will have y is equal to 150 minus 2 into 40, it is 80. So I will have 70. So next I will have 50. So y is equal to 150 minus 2 into 50, it is 100. So 50. So next y is equal to 150 minus, I will have 60 over here. 2 into 60, it is 120. So my answer is 30 over here. So therefore the required coordinates are 40, 70, 50, 50, 60, 30. So these are the required coordinates. So we got coordinates for equation 1 as well as 2. So now let's start plotting. So in this graph, writing of scale is very important, and you have to mention y dash, x dash and all those, and whatever units you're using, you have to mention it in the scale. So I have taken 1 unit is equal to 10 centimeter. I have mentioned that. So now let's start plotting. So my first equation coordinates are 40, 80 first here. So x and y. No. So now I will start plotting. So my x 40 is over here and my y 80. No. So it is over here. So I will be marking this point as 40, 80. Okay, so now I will move on to the second one, that is 50, 60. So my x 50 is over here and 60, no? So 60 is over here. So I will be marking this point as 50, 60. So next it is 60, 40, no? So 60, 40. So here 60, 40. So this is for the line 1. So this will be the line for the equation 1. So let me write the equation. So what is the equation? 2x plus y is equal to 160. Okay, so now let me mark this points. So 40, 70. So 40, 70. So over here, I will be marking here 40, 70. So next it is 50, 50. No? So 50 is over here and 50 here. So this will be 50, 50. So next it is 60, 30. So 60 and 30 is over here. So 60, 30. So now I will be joining these points. Now these two will be the parallel lines. So my equation I have to write now. So what is the equation over here? I have to write the original equation. So what is that equation? 4x plus 2y is equal to 300. This is the equation. Okay. So with this, the graphical method is also over. If you have not subscribed my channel, subscribe it and also click the bell icon. If you have any doubts, mention it in the comment box.
Like, comment, share and subscribe.